Okay, so generative AI, are you ready to dive in? We're hearing about it everywhere, right? But today, we really want to unpack it. Like, what's all the hype about?
Yeah, it seems like everyone's talking about AI these days, and for good reason, right?
Exactly. So whether you're already knee-deep in AI or this is like your first foray, we've got you covered.
We're going deep.
Deep dive. And to guide us on this journey, we're turning to a fantastic blog post by Mohammed Fahad Bashir.
Yeah, Bashir's insights are spot on, and he's got this really clear way of explaining things, which I appreciate.
Totally. So he starts by defining generative AI. And right away, he clarifies that it's not your grandpa's AI. It's not just about, computers crunching numbers or following instructions.
Yeah.
This is about computers actually creating things.
Yeah, this is about AI that can generate new content, whether that's text, code, music, even images and videos.
Wild, right? So I love this analogy that Bashir uses. He says, imagine traditional AI as a master chess player, right?
Okay, I'm with you.
It's making these strategic moves based on rules and pre-programmed knowledge. But then there's generative AI. This is more like a musician jamming. It's taking what it knows and creating something totally new and often unexpected.
I like that. Yeah, that's a really good way to put it. It's that creative spark, that's what sets generative AI apart.
And to make this even more concrete, Bashir introduces us to Sarah. She's a marketing professional, totally swamped with tasks, struggling to come up with like that killer campaign idea.
Ugh, we've all been there, right?
Right. And that's where generative AI steps in. But here's the thing. It's not just about like taking over the boring stuff, although it can do that too. It's about becoming Sarah's creative partner.
Interesting.
It's helping her brainstorm personalized content and just take her work to a whole new level. And that's really key because there's this fear, right, that AI is going to replace us. But what Bashir emphasizes is that generative AI actually has the potential to make us more valuable.
By freeing us up.
Exactly. It frees us up to focus on strategy, creativity, all those uniquely human skills that AI just can't replicate, at least not yet. So Bashir breaks down generative AI into four main categories. And I think this is really helpful for understanding the different ways this technology is playing out. So first up, we've got text and code generation.
All right, so this is what? Like having an AI assistant that doesn't just help you write emails, but can actually help you write compelling articles or even generate complex code.
Exactly. And the thing is, this isn't some far-off futuristic scenario, right?
Right.
These tools are being used right now by developers to write code faster and more efficiently, which has the potential to revolutionize how we build software.
Yeah, and potentially make technology more accessible, which is huge.
Totally. Okay, so moving on to our next category, image and video generation. Think about being able to create stunning visuals for a presentation literally in seconds.
Oh, wow. Or generating lifelike animations without breaking a sweat.
Or how about this generating completely original artwork or designs?
Okay, now that's where it gets really interesting, right? Because we're talking about AI that can not only mimic existing styles, but actually create something totally new.
It's mind-blowing. And it's not just about efficiency either.
Right.
Bashir talks about how this technology is pushing creative boundaries, like in filmmaking, for instance. You can use AI to create these breathtaking special effects, even generate entire scenes.
Yeah, and some people are even experimenting with AI-directed films.
Whoa, can you imagine?
Like stepping into a sci-fi movie.
Totally.
Oh.
But it's not sci-fi, it's happening now. Okay, so speaking of things that sound like they're straight out of a movie, let's talk about audio generation.
This is where it gets really wild.
Yeah.
Think about composing original music, creating realistic sound effects, or even, like you said before, replicating someone's voice.
Right, and the accuracy is insane.
It's incredible. I mean, this technology has massive implications. We're talking everything from personalized entertainment to, assistive technologies for folks with disabilities.
Absolutely. Bashir actually mentions this company that's using AI to create personalized soundtracks for audiobooks.
Wow.
So you're listening to your favorite novel, and the music is adapting in real time to the mood and the tone of the story.
That's next level. It's like having a composer in your pocket.
It really is incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about text, code, images, video, audio. Now let's get to the final category in Bashir's breakdown. Predictive analysis and insights. And this is where generative AI goes beyond just creating, cool stuff.
Yeah.
This is about anticipating the future.
So not quite a crystal ball.
Yeah, not quite, but maybe the next best thing, right? So what Bashir is getting at is that instead of just showing us data, generative AI can actually analyze that data to spot trends and make predictions.
Which can be applied to basically every industry, right?
Exactly. We're talking forecasting market changes, predicting natural disasters. The possibilities are pretty much endless.
And it's not just about, making more money or avoiding risk, though it can certainly do that too.
Right.
Bashir really emphasizes the potential here for positive social impact. For example, think about healthcare.
Okay. Yeah.
AI analyzing medical images and predicting potential health issues before they even become a problem.
Now that's the kind of future I can get behind. And, the exciting thing is Bashir doesn't stop at just describing these categories, right? He actually paints this really compelling picture of how generative AI is already impacting all these different industries.
Yeah, and one that really struck me was education.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I mean, the idea that you could use AI to create truly personalized learning experiences for every student, it's amazing.
It's like having a personal tutor for every kid.
Right.
And it's about leveling the playing field, making quality education more accessible to everyone. And that's what I find so fascinating about this technology.
Yeah.
It's not just about, robots and algorithms.
Right.
It's really about, human potential and how we can use technology to create a better future.
Absolutely.
So as we come for air on this deep dive into generative AI,
Yeah.
I think one thing's really clear. This is not just another tech trend that's going to fade away, right?
Right.
This has the potential to, fundamentally reshape the world as we know it in ways we can't even fully grasp yet.
Yeah, I mean, even trying to wrap our heads around it, it's like, where do we even begin? But I think one of the things I appreciate about Bashir's approach, is that he doesn't shy away from those big picture questions, right?
That's it. Yeah.
He acknowledges that any technology, this powerful, this transformative, it's going to come with its own set of, challenges and ethical considerations.
And he doesn't sugarcoat it. Right.
No, not at all. He even uses this phrase, responsible imagination.
Oh, I like that.
Right. And it's this idea that it's not enough to just be dazzled by the possibilities, right? We also have to think critically about the potential downsides. How do we make sure that we're developing and using this technology in a way that benefits everyone, not just a select few?
Yeah. So we can't just be passive observers in this. Right? We're having thoughtful architects of this future that we're creating.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what makes this conversation so important. I mean, we're not just talking about, lines of code and algorithms.
Right, yeah.
We're talking about the future of society as we know it.
It's huge. And Bashir's post really does make you think. I mean, we've talked about everything from personalized medicine to revolutionizing education. And really, those are just the tip of the iceberg, right?
Totally. Who knows what we're going to be able to achieve with this technology in 5, 10, 20 years. It's exciting. It's a little bit daunting, but it's a conversation that we all need to be a part of.
Absolutely. Well, on that note, I think we've done our due diligence for this deep dive.
I think so. We covered a lot of ground.
We really did. But you know what? This is really just the beginning of the conversation. So for everyone listening,
keep exploring, keep asking those questions.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to dive in, get your hands dirty, experiment. The future of generative AI, it's not something that's just going to happen to us.
Right. We get to help shape it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's super exciting.
It is exciting.
Until next time.